One of Joanne's regular weekend contributors here on CJAD 800 is tech expert Chris Abels on the line. Hi, Chris.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. Chris, we've all been in that situation when we want to try on something, see how it looks on us at the clothing store, and we go in the back, the back of the store, and there's that changing room with that flimsy curtain that just barely crosses over to give you the privacy you want. And if you're tired of that situation, there's a new app out called Doppel that lets you try on clothes without ever leaving the house.
Yes, this is coming from Google Labs. It's a very experimental app, and they admit that right now it's the early days and there are some glitching that's happening. But what it does is that when you're surfing online, if you see an outfit, and they do say outfit, so it's not just a specific jacket or a sweater, but it could be slacks, it could be an entire sort of attire that you would be wearing that day. If you see that and you want to try that on, you can then have the app scan the clothing, and it'll fit it onto a virtual version of yourself. To do this, you have to take a photograph of your full body. That means you stand there, make sure that you're there in the photo from the tip of your head down to your feet. The app will then generate an animated virtual version of you, an animated virtual version of the clothing, and combine that. So this is far more superior than just simply photoshopping an image of a jacket onto you to see what the colors are like. No. It's very convincing in terms of how it fits on you. In fact, the app can generate a video of you doing a little turn, a little spin, so you can see what you look like from behind or from the side. That's just crazy. The bad news is that right now it's only for the U.S. And partly because it is the early days in the app, but also I think that a lot of the information that they're generating is from U.S. stores. And so they don't want to launch it until they conclude international stores, like Canadian stores as well.
I guess the one thing that AI can't do, at least yet, is really give you an idea of how the clothes are going to fit on you, in terms of snugness or length or what have you. Show you how it looks, but fit's another matter entirely, I guess.
One thing that they're doing other apps aren't doing is that, You do the scans, you try on some clothes, and then they say, hey, Ken, check out this photo of me. What do you think of this cool jacket? Yeah. They're saying if you like the jacket, because the jacket has now been scanned, you can now try it on, that you can actually try it and have a virtual session.
Wow, very impressive. It's called Doppel, right?
Doppel, D-O-P-P-L. Right. And it's available from labs.google.com/Doppel.
All right. Tell me about this story out of Audi, the car manufacturer, and their in-car games.
Yes, this is neat. So they're launching a system called Air Console. And so if you have an Audi car that has an infotainment system, meaning you've got a screen and a dashboard, this is an app you can download. And it's for the passengers, not for the driver. But what it does is it can actually start in-car games. And so, for example, it's the 40th anniversary of Pictionary. So they can offer Pictionary Car Party. And this generates a QR barcode that appears on the dashboard screen. Everyone in the car pulls out their phones and scans that barcode. And now you can play Pictionary with everybody using their phones as the controllers to be able to play the game.
Oh, I mean, this would be great for families and road trips, no?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, any of the road trips where you're driving for hours and it's nothing but flat land. Perfect to be able to load up Pictionary or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Uno, Overcooked. And it seems to be something that's pretty available. The Audi A5, Q5, A6, A6 e-tron, and Q6 models of cars all support this. And I'm happy to say that they say that this is available in all markets where Audi is present. So again, not U.S. only, no, it's in Canada as well.
Parents are listening to this story, Chris, and going, this could possibly reduce the number of "are we there yet" complaints from the back seat.
Totally, yes.
One more from you, Chris, and this is kind of cool. It's a personal note for you. You're kind of marking 15 years being a tech expert and contributor here on CJAD 800 in Montreal.
Yes, this is crazy. I'm so happy. I started in 2010 with the Rick Peterson Show.
Wow.
Our first story was on levies being proposed for iPods. And then I continued on with Aaron Rand for Montreal Now. Yeah. We were joined by Natasha Hall. It was amazing. And then I've joined Shane Hewitt, which is available every Wednesday night. I do a story for them. And now, finally, Joanne Vracas Some highlights of my 15 years have included I did the first interview for CJAD with astronaut David St. Jacques.
Oh, nice.
I visited the recycling labs for Laverne, which has revolutionized recycling and plastics in Montreal. I went to L'Oreal's Secret Paris lab where they did experiments on my skin for CJAD. But the big, real crazy one was in 2017, I broke the story on CJAD that there was going to be a Harry Potter version of the Pokemon video game. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was. That story about CJAD breaking the story was featured in The Hollywood Reporter,
Wow.
Variety, it was CNN, The Guardian. The London Telegraph contacted me to interview me. They did a whole spread on how CJAD got the scoop on the biggest tech story of the year.
Look at you. You've been our secret weapon all these years, and we didn't know it. Way to go. Chris, over all the years, were there times when you went into the studio and pulled up a chair here?
I did. I did come up to Montreal, and I did sit down to do an in-person session, which was great fun with Aaron, although he was a bit caught up in he had a very tight schedule that day. But it was so much fun to come to the studio and to visit everybody and to meet everybody that I speak to on the phone.
Well, congratulations on being a familiar voice to our listeners over all these 15 years, Chris, here on CJAD 800. Here's the 15 more. How's that?
Thank you very much. And it's been a great honor to be viewed as a Montreal personality. When I went to France, everyone took the opportunity to tell me how people from Montreal were some of the best and friendliest people that they had met. And it was interesting because I wasn't used to being viewed as a Montreal person. So that was a great experience to have. Obviously, CJAD has been something I've done on the side. My main focus has always been my television work, but it's been just a wonderful relationship.
Chris, congrats again, and always a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Chris Abel here with Joanne every Sunday morning.